Have you ever wondered if a simple act of kindness could change the world or even bring rain from heaven? Well, friends, today I am sharing one of the most haunting Chinese folk tales I've ever come across. It's a story about drought, desperation, and how heaven judges the human heart. Would you believe it? The Dragon King, a powerful rain god, once wandered the earth as a beggar for 3 whole years, and not a single person offered him even a sip of water. For 3 years, the land had been parched by drought. Cracks split the earth like open wounds. The people were beyond tears, just utterly exhausted by despair. The Dragon King couldn't bear it anymore, so he disguised himself as an old beggar and came down to the mortal world. He wanted to see the suffering for himself and to test people's hearts. But there was a rule from above. He was forbidden to make rain without permission unless he found someone with a truly selfless heart. His first stop was a rich man's house with grand red lacquered gates. A plump, greasy-faced servant cracked the door open, took one look at him, and laughed. He grabbed a ladle of water and poured it right onto the dirt in front of the old man. "Go on, get down and lick it up," he mocked. The old beggar sighed and stumbled back into the dusty street. His throat burned with thirst. Then he saw an official's carriage approaching and waved weakly for help. The curtain lifted. A narrow-eyed official glared down. "You want water? Fine, kneel and kowtow 100 times. Then maybe I'll give you some." The beggar's thin legs trembled as he tried to kneel, but all he heard was the laughter of the guards. When he looked up, the carriage was already gone, nothing but yellow dust swirling where it had been. Coughing and weak, he dragged himself to the west end of the village. There, a weathered wooden door creaked open. A thin, kind-eyed old woman looked at him, and without a word, she turned and fetched a clay pot from her kitchen. At the bottom was half a bowl of muddy water. "Don't mind the dirt, old brother," she said softly. 3 years of drought, the well only gives muddy water now. Then she broke her last piece of flatbread in 2 and gave him half. The water was gritty, the bread coarse and hard to swallow. But as he held that bowl, his hands shook not from weakness but from emotion. "This land is broken," he whispered, "but your heart, heaven sees it." With a subtle sweep of his sleeve, 3 golden beans dropped silently into her courtyard, and with a faint smile, the old beggar walked away. Suddenly, the sky darkened. Thick clouds rolled in like an iron wok turned upside down. The heavens split open and rain poured down. But this was no ordinary storm. It was as if the rain had eyes. It poured only upon the rich man's estate and the officials' compound, flooding their homes, sweeping away their wealth. The official was caught in a whirlpool and swallowed by the water. But the old woman's humble home? It became blessed ground. Fresh spring water bubbled up from below, clear, sweet, and endless, and those 3 golden beans took root and sprouted, growing in moments into gleaming stalks of gold wheat, lighting up her whole courtyard with a warm, divine glow. Later, people asked her, "How did you earn such blessing?" She just sat by her well, running her rough hands over the stone edge, and smiled. "It was no grand fortune. I just gave a bowl of muddy water and received a well of sweet water in return. Heaven holds a scale, it knows the weight of a human heart. If the heart is kind, even the bitterest well can turn sweet."